Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back to your England versus Croatia stream. I think a lot of people are excited for this game. I am definitely very excited for this game. First of all, I have to apologize. By the way, I have to apologize because I did not do the Portugal versus Congo stream earlier on, which I said that I would do. And again, I just I did not really anticipate the schedule that I will be working under in this during this World Cup. I literally after yesterday's stream, the Senegal versus France one, I was staying up a little bit late to edit a video that is going to be coming out soon, a really big one. But I just overslept. I overslept, and then I had to go ahead and do a bunch of errands today. And then by the time I got back home, I was like already 10 minutes into the Portugal game. But we didn't miss that much. In any case, we didn't miss that much in that game because, I mean, outside of those first 10 minutes, I know the first goal came in the 6th minute, right? But Portugal just looked really poor. Portugal looked really poor. Congo looked a lot better than I thought that they would, a lot better than most people thought that they probably would have. But yeah, that's kind of me in the mud a little bit. Because I had Portugal as the team that was going to win the whole tournament, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, does it? If they keep playing that way. But anyway, how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Let us all know. Let us all know. Tell me in the chat. Let's first get the poll going. Let's say what's the outcome over here? What's the outcome? England win. Croatia win or draw. Okay, England versus Croatia. So I think a lot of people are very curious, you know, as to how this game has panned out. This is the first really big European versus European game. Is it the only European versus European game that's been played so far in the tournament? I'm not too sure. Someone's gonna have to check it out for me. Well, we'll check it out as we go along in the stream. But yeah, this is the big one. It's also a rematch of the semifinal from the 2018 World Cup, where Croatia knocked out England. And early thoughts are that this is just going to be a massive test for the English. Sorry, not for the British. Don't crucify me on that one. All the pressure is on them. All the pressure is on them. For Croatia, I think, you know, I was talking to a Croatian, my girlfriend's actually Croatian, but her family, she's half Croatian. Her dad's side is Croatian. And I was talking to one of her cousins, and he was like, honestly, it's just been a dream for Croatians for the past, 8 years or so in international football. 10 years, what? 8 years. International football. Because it's like, this is a country with a population of just 3 million people. They're not supposed to be this good. They're not supposed to be as high as they have been. I know that they got to a World Cup was it a semifinal in, I want to say 98, but I might be wrong. And it was like after you know, separating from Yugoslavia in the early 90s, so it's still a huge achievement. Even despite the fact that the culture is now that they're so good, there still seems to be this kind of like hesitance of thinking that they're going to be on top all the time. And it's not the same in the UK. It's not the same for England. But let's look at the lineups quickly, because I actually have not looked at the lineups just yet, and we can talk through those. But anyway, before we do that, hello from Germany, Colonel, fella from Germany. How are you doing, brother? You're not too far from me, hey? Hey. Arabella says, what do you think about Vitinha's stinker earlier on? Listen, a lot of the Portuguese had stinkers. But yeah, I'm really in the mud because I had Portugal as the team. I had Portugal as the team that was going to come away with everything. Who knows if that happens? Let's see. I think Will says, I think 1-0 or 1-1. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 to England. I'm gonna go 2-0 to England. Meyer says Portugal looked tired as fuck. Yeah, they looked extremely tired. They just weren't convincing. They weren't convincing whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, I was really disappointed when I saw that Ronaldo was in the starting lineup. Amarish says, is there a directive from FIFA to the bigger teams to draw against these so-called minnows in the first game? 800 plus passes, 0.08 XG, barely 9 shots. The fuck was that? I don't know, man. None of us really know. Rice for Ballon d'Or. Listen, man, if England wins the World Cup, then it's going to be Kane that wins the Ballon d'Or. Anyway, let's look at the lineup. Let's start with Croatia. I mean, Croatia are in a very, very big transitional period right now. And we can see quite a couple of the old guard. I mean, really, it's just Perisic and Modric. Stanisic, you could say, I guess, from a couple of years now, I guess. But Vardio is going to be the guy that they need to rely on. But he's also coming back from a big injury, I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain. And I'm suspecting that it's mostly going to be they're mostly going to be playing from the left-hand side. I don't see Perisic doing a hell of I know he's a workhorse, and maybe let me eat my words. I was about to say I don't see Perisic doing a hell of a lot of work in terms of intensity, but let me let me eat my words a little bit here, because Perisic is that guy. England, though, England looks strong. Is this the strongest side that they could have put out for how they're going to play? I think we can see a dead giveaway of how Thomas Tuchel is going to set up here, because how many of us would have put Noni Madueke on the right as opposed to, okay, so we do have Saka on the bench, of course, Rashford, Gay, Eze, but out of all of them, Noni Madueke has started. I know for a fact that decision isn't going to go down extremely well with a lot of English fans. Bellingham behind him, no Morgan Rogers, and that's the best call, I think, at the very least. And then Harry Kane behind him. You can tell that this is just going to be Kane dropping into the midfield, dropping deep, and then finding Gordon and Madueke out wide. It's very obvious that this is going to be how they try and proposition this. And then at the back, Stones and Konza. Strong, although Stones, I don't know, also hasn't played that much football. In theory, strong, but hasn't played much football in a while. O'Reilly, Reece James, Pickford. Yeah, I mean, it's a good squad. There are a lot of things to be a little bit worried about if you're supporting England, but listen, yeah, they should win. England should win this game. If they don't, there will be riots. And on the centre-back topic, I mean, I was talking about it kind of on stream the other day, but I was reading a Reddit post, and they was talking about an interview that Thomas Tuchel did like in March, I think it was, and he was basically saying that he really likes the profile of Harry Maguire, like great player, great, does a lot of things well, and is always good for England. But that he doesn't really like him for the team that he's trying to put out, for like the style that he's trying to play with. And he wants to take him. Well, so he didn't say it, but he sort of hinted at wanting to take him, but that he didn't really like his temperament and didn't really fancy that he'd be willing to take a place on the bench. Which, if that's the case, then it's understandable. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure on Thomas Tuchel. There is a lot of pressure on Thomas Tuchel to deliver. He really needs to. If he doesn't come away with at least, for me, I think at least a semifinal, then there's going to be problems, like really big problems. But I also think that his hiring is kind of indicative of the FA saying, we want to win right now. Like we want to bring someone in that's going to not build a project, but has something in them to go all the way. And if you can take Gareth Southgate before as the guy that brought the vibes back, then Tuchel's the guy that needs to come in and kind of, Be Carlo Ancelotti in 2014. Take maybe that was a horrible example, but take Jose Mourinho's team, which was great and built up well, and then win. Bad example, actually. I'm a bit washed at the moment, guys. It's been a long day for me. Anyway, Aditya says Portugal seem lost in the box. I don't know, man. Ronaldo not convincing at all. I mean, it's been like this for a while now, hasn't it? Ronaldo hasn't we were talking about this at the last World Cup. He was 37 at the last World Cup, and this is the exact same thing that's happening now. So yeah, I wasn't very happy when I saw that he started. Frogio says 3-3 draw because I'm insane. Nah, you're not insane. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not that much. Give yourself a little bit of credit. Lex says, by the way, thanks so much for joining into the stream, guys. I'm seeing a lot of people who are usually here, like for the past couple of ones, and I really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun with these, and I was told earlier on, someone said that I have, what did they say? They said I'm librarian coded. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I think it was like apparently not animated enough in these streams. But listen, man, it's my personality, so it's not going to change. So either you can stick around or you can leave. It's no worries in either case. I'm very happy with it. Sorry. We're back to the normal screen. And our game is 2 minutes away. This stadium looks beautiful, by the way. This looks really great. A lot of white and red in the crowd. Not sure who's Croatian, who's English, from this distance at least. But yeah, thanks so much for joining, guys. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, although I suspect a lot of you already subscribed, which I appreciate you for that. Randomize says, bro, I love Ronaldo, but bro had 2 chances and kicked it off target. Yeah, he wasn't great. Safa says, did Gvardiol leave Man City? He hasn't left Man City, to my knowledge, but I believe that there's a lot of rumors of him going to Real Madrid. Whether that happens or not is, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Sorry. Lex says, I thought Navas wasn't really good. He tried to break through a lot, but after that, nothing pretty much. Okay, it looks like we're about to kick off. Most of you guys say England win. I do agree. I think England, I say England win because England have to win. That's why I say England win. Ewan says, I like the librarian coded vibe. I mean, I've never heard of, I don't take offense to it, but I will take it, I'll take it. Cupid says, game started. Are we kicked off? Yes, we're kicked off. England versus Croatia. I'm very, very excited for this one. Cupid says, is he streaming on Twitch too? I'm not streaming on Twitch too. I have realized recently I probably do need to open up a couple of different accounts. Like, I don't have an Instagram. I have a TikTok, but I don't really use it. No Twitch. No anything else really. It's really just YouTube and Spotify. But yeah. Duty says all the US top stadiums top any European stadium. I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, like, there are probably a handful of European stadiums that are on par with American stadiums. There are also just a lot more types of stadiums, I think, in America for all the different types of sports. I mean, like, the basketball stadiums are beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and very modern. Like, you don't get these jumbotrons and these like the SoFi Stadium, for example, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I really want to go to it one day. Have not been, but still. Randomize says air conditioned, but still going to have hydration breaks. Yeah. Well, listen, it's going to get a lot hotter, and to my knowledge, I do criticize that, but to my knowledge, it does seem that not all of the stadiums are air conditioned. I might be wrong. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong, but it does seem like not all the stadiums are air conditioned. So perhaps it's perhaps the hydration breaks will come a lot in handy because it's going to get a lot hotter. Like I was seeing somewhere that in Texas in particular, and they're playing in Texas right now. Corner for Croatia right now, by the way. They are the early ones in the attack by Ivan Perisic. Ooh, I'll tell you what, man. The ball goes all the way to the other side. Sutalo, number 6, really should have. Oh, he had a lot more time than he thought he did. He should have done better with that one. So that's Croatia's first chance, actually, from a corner, but they fluffed their lines. Yeah, I was saying in Texas, where they're playing right now, the weather might be like 26 degrees Celsius, but it will feel like mid-30s, is what I hear. I've never been to Texas before, so maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, who knows. It's coming home. Man, Real Madrid is cooking up the transfer. It feels as though Deco ended us Barca fans just to make no more signings. You know what? Early days, Croatia are really aggressive. England haven't found their stride just yet. Yeah, Croatia have a lot of value for the start that they've made right now. Aditya says, will we get a drunk Tinashe stream? Maybe when the knockouts come. Maybe when the knockouts come, we'll get that. Scarlet Mancha says, I actually like cheering for Kane since I'm sort of a Bayern fan, but if he hits a penalty or an easy goal over the bar, I'm going to die of joy. So you like cheering for Kane, but you also don't like England, I'm guessing is what you said by that. XXX Streggy said, yeah, very few of them are air conditioned on the field. Yeah, I feel as much. I've heard as much. Jonzo says, I've been wanting to catch one of these lives and glad I can for this game. I'll be lurking because I'm working and can only listen. Please, man, dip in and out. We're just going to be chilling out, like nothing too serious. Just know that if you miss one of the more obscure polls that gets put up mid-game, that as they usually do, then that's on you. That's a good play by Jordan Pickford. He's just come out and denied a long ball over the top. Sweest says, what a week for Argentina and Messi fans. Oh yeah, Argentina looked fantastic. They look really good. I mean, I didn't like, this is something I disdain about the time zones and this World Cup because I did not watch that game because early hours and it just didn't make much sense to me. But I will say, I mean, the goalkeeper is Zidane's son. The goalkeeper for Algeria is Zidane's son, and he was horrendous. He really probably should have saved that first goal. He definitely should not have knocked the ball right back into Messi's path. So, listen, take nothing away from Lionel Messi. That's the GOAT right there. Although I'm sure to some people that might be sacrilege. Let's leave it at that. Lex says, BTW stream has very little delay, if any at all, 15 seconds difference with YouTube stream delay. By delay, do you mean with the game or do you mean with me talking to you? Which delay? Do you mean the latency or the actual game? Morpheus says, as a Brazilian, I'm very scared of almost all teams in this World Cup. You should be, bro. But at the same time, no, I don't think you should be. That was just a bit of banter. I think that Brazil just came up against one of the two African teams that is as good as any other team in any other elite team in the tournament. I think that's something that Cactus Dave says US taxpayers got to help fund the billionaire stadium and arenas. Exactly. Do your part. Were you complaining? Was that you complaining over there? That's ridiculous, man. I mean, for me, honestly, like, I'm kind of tearing up right now because I just gained so much joy out of maximizing shareholder value. It's the okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna tear up on stream. England finally with a bit of sustained possession, but they immediately lose it, and Luka Modric on the ball. Ooh, Nori Madueke on the right. Sorry, can he put in a good cross? He's gonna go on his left, man. He doesn't use his right. Harry Kane with the first shot for England, and it goes wide. It does hit a defender, though, so England have a corner. All right. They're creeping up. Ketil says, big fan of your channel. I'm a big fan of you, bro. I'm a really big fan of you. Gunnar says, I'm so glad some of my Arsenal players are there. Yeah. Achan says, hey, Tinashe, what are your thoughts on Portugal's performance? Horrible. I missed the first 10 minutes, and unfortunately for me, England take a corner. Is that a penalty? Oh, penalty! Is that a penalty already? Oh, dear. Luka Modric. Of all people. Listen, I guess... Oh, my. You know what? For all the people that were claiming that Bukayo Saka needs to start, Thomas Tuchel's already come ahead and proven why he chose Madueke. Wins a penalty in a World Cup 8 minutes in. Am I right in saying this is Noni Madueke's? Am I right in saying this is Noni Madueke's World Cup debut? I'm fairly certain that he's never played a World Cup before. Oh my, okay, well, England are very likely about to go 1-0 up. Harry Kane stepped up to the penalty spot. Dream lecture. Yeah, of course, man. The shareholder value. The shareholder value, bro. Okay, let's see this pen. Harry Kane. And he misses. Kane misses. I tell you what, that was not on my script. When was the last time Harry Kane missed a penalty? You know what, man? I was like so ready to press the 1 goal, the 1-0 button. Luka Modric is saved. Oh, what's going on? What is going on? Is there a retake happening, or was he off his line, the goalkeeper? Oh, it's a check. That's lucky. That's lucky. Is he on the line? His foot is grounded, but is he off the line? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for Croatia. Well, England get another chance. Mustafa says, I personally thought we as Turkey would be bad, but it's so bad that we rely on Güler and Keenan to take something, which is so dumb considering they're both young and inexperienced. Yeah, listen, they have just fallen into that trap. Listen, Arda Güler is going to be carrying Turkey for the rest of his career. Someone else needs to step up. He's always going to be the guy that people look to. Livakovic. You can do it again, man. All of Croatia is watching you, bro. You can save it again. And Kane does not mess up that time, and it's 1-0 to England. It is 1-0 to England, and you got a feel for Croatia there, don't you? You got a feel for Croatia. It's unfortunate for Modric. That did look like a foul to me. So it is what it is. Great penalty from Kane. Goes the exact same way. Does not second guess himself. Anyway, 1-0 England. Good for them. Well done. Scarlet Mantis says, I think every team should draw every game, so they all game tie break. Every team wins the World Cup. Nice one. That would be funny. That would be funny. Paul Maris says, shame Luco. You can see he knew it immediately after connecting. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. Lex Tyker says England in World Cup form. I'm guessing that comment was from before the second penalty was retaken. That was really that looked like a really dangerous back pass there to the Croatian goalkeeper, but nothing comes of it. How crazy is that? That was England's first meaningful attack, and Croatia started off so well. You got to feel for them. So the question now is, what do England do when they're in the lead? Because it could be very easy for it would be very English, or very, very English of them to try and protect what they have. I wonder what Tuchel's going to do. I mean, he has a kind of a defense-first coach, I would think. But, yeah. Spenny says he missed one in the Bundesliga in April or May. You're talking about Harry Kane. Lex, I also thought that he had a foot on the line. But maybe I thought the rule was that you do have to have just one foot on the line, at least one. Maybe it's that he has to have both. Maybe that's the one, but anyway. Dream lecture rigged. You think the rigged comments are already coming out. But Croatia might make something of this. No, it's a corner. I'll tell you what, I really do think Croatia can get back into the game. If I'm remembering correctly, England took the lead against Croatia in the semifinal 8 years ago. That was a free kick by Trippier. Yeah, by Kieran Trippier. And then what was it? It was Perisic that equalized, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, this game still has a lot to play. Great ball by Harry Kane. Oh my gosh, what's Modueke going to do over here? Shoot with your right. You got to shoot with your right over there. You have to shoot with your right. You have to be a little bit quicker there. He does shoot with his right, but I think that he meandered on the ball a little bit. I think he could have gone a bit quicker. Gunnar says, how much of an impact do you think not having Lewis Hall and Harry Maguire will have? Well, I mean, you look at the two defenders that he's chosen, Stones and Konza. They're both a lot more mobile. They're both better on the... Well, maybe Konza. Maybe Konza's not as good on the ball as Harry Maguire, but he's also good. But he's a lot more mobile, that's for sure. So, listen, Thomas Tuchel knows how he wants to play the game. If England go into a penalty shootout, or because Maguire is very good at penalties, let's not forget this. If England go into a situation where they need set pieces to be taken, Dan Burn is not better than Harry Maguire at set pieces. Konza is not better than Harry Maguire. John Stones is not better. Gay is not better than Maguire. So it's those moments where you think that there's going to be some regret and a lot of backlash. If England fail to create chances and they don't have a plan B, then it's going to be, where's Trent Alexander-Arnold? Where's Cole Palmer? Where's Phil Foden? So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Blade says he was completely off the line. Why is that hard to understand? I mean, I just looked at it for a split second. It looked like he had 1 foot on the line, but maybe I was wrong. I'll take another look at it in a bit. Listen, it was given for a retake, so, and I'm willing to put my hands up and say that they made the right choice there, seeing as they did it so quickly. Sweet says, which team are you supporting in this World Cup? South Africa. Although I did pick I did think Portugal was going to win. That was my initial prediction. But that looks like it was a bit of a, like it may have been a bit of a lapse in judgment, if you know what I'm saying. If you catch my drift. Cactus Dave says, what do you think about the pitches so far compared to other World Cups? They don't look good. They don't look great. And we've already seen quite a few players complain about the pitches. So who knows? Let's do a new poll. Let's do a new poll so we can just see where everyone stands on England. Everyone thinks England's going to win this game. It does look like they're going to win this game. But I'm about to ask you the most important question of them all. I'll put some quotation marks here, so... And by the way, the World Cup is going to someone's home. You know, let's just put it that way. I'll go to someone's home. Whose home? I don't know. Your home? My home? Well, I don't know. Ando says, this was rigged. The goalkeeper's foot was on the line. Oh, a lot of contentious comments over here. What do you... A lot of contentious comments over here. A lot of polar opposite comments, let's put it that way. Giuseppe say that was what Southgate wanted, but I think Tuchel is more halal ball. England on the break, but looks like Elliott has been dispossessed. It's a foul for Croatia. Romy says, hi, all love from Singapore. Hello, man. How's Singapore? Also, where is everyone watching from tonight? Maybe you can throw some flags in the chat, and we can all know where our fellow brethren and sisters. I think my brain's gone on holiday. Well played from England, and they're on the break. Jude Bellingham has Noddy Weke. Can he find him? Is he going to try and find him? Doesn't look like it, but Bellingham's driving. Bellingham, can he go all the way? No, he can't. Overplays it a tiny bit. Maybe should have released Noddy Weke a bit earlier on. Smin says Konza Def makes fewer mistakes than Maguire. I mean, Maguire doesn't make tons of mistakes recently. He has mistakes in him. I can't speak for Konza because I don't watch Villa every week like I do with Maguire. Maguire does have mistakes in him, that's for sure. But yeah. Lake says, coming here to see the reaction to the retake, kind of BS if you ask me. We'll review it at halftime. We'll review it. I'll get a snapshot at halftime, and we can see what it's what we're looking at. Eminem says Maguire wouldn't have needed a retake. That's what it is. Okay, no, you know what? They've just shown the replay right now. He's completely off the line. He is completely off the line. This is a deserved retake. He didn't even need to be off the line, you know. He could have been standing like a couple centimeters back and still dived. Hydration break. Drink water. He didn't need to be so far off the line there. He could have easily saved that by just being a little bit back. That's insane. Lake says, I'm sure that the retake wasn't wrong, going by the reglement, but just a very messy situation with how the keeper was positioned. Also, Kane doing that stop mid-run. Yeah, well, we've just seen. It was a deserved retake. It was a deserved retake. Cactus Dave says, this is England's year because I think it wouldn't. I'm guessing you mean because you don't think it's England's year, meaning it's going to be England's year? You're saying everything that you say, the opposite happens. Is that what you mean? If that's the case, tell me which stocks you wouldn't invest in. By the way, if you do the little disclaimer that this is not financial advice. Smitty says, Peter Schmeichel on the pre-game commentary on Fox said that the pitches look good and are being kept by Premier League groundskeepers. Bullshit. They've been brought in with a $7 million budget. That seems low. For a World Cup, when you're revamping all the stadiums that are going to be playing here for proper quality football pitches. I mean, listen, I don't know what the finances behind that is, but $7 million to do all of the pitches, maybe it seems like a low number to me. If that is the case, I'm going off what you've said. Carlos says, man, what a mustache. You look great. I appreciate you, man. I got a lot of haters over here saying the mustache isn't working. And I got to tell you, man, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. Loiso says, England is so good, but they always find a way to shoot themselves in the foot when it counts. But if Bellingham and Kane can clutch up, I can see them in the final. I can see England in the final too. They're definitely good enough to be there. The question is whether they self-sabotage, like is so frequently the case. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with this one, guys. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for coming here for the stream, joining us. Leave a like if you haven't. Subscribe if you aren't. I'm supposed to say that more. By the way, I barely say subscribe in my videos. I've started doing it recently, and it seems to work. Thanks, guys. Sue East says, do you think Croatia can make deep run again this year? I'll have to see how they play a little bit. Judging by this game, they haven't been terrible. I wouldn't say England have been vastly superior. It was a silly mistake by Modric, of all people, Luka Modric. But for the time being, let's see how things progress. Croatia is always a team that, even in the previous World Cups, they didn't look so good. You know what I mean? They didn't look so so overwhelmingly better than everyone, but they just got results. In 2018, they looked very good. In the last one, they were good. Dream Lecture says, now your prediction may stand. Portugal, Argentina. lost versus Saudi last World Cup, which is therefore worse than a draw versus Congo. And Congo, they defended, I mean, for all of what people are going to say about Ronaldo and Portugal kind of missing the mark, Portugal looked like they defended very well. Like they deserve a lot of props themselves. Let's be completely real with that one. Let's be completely real with that one. I was just hoping that we were going to get like a 2011 storyline and Ronaldo was going to see Messi scored a hat trick and be like, you know what, bro? You score a hat trick, I'm doing 4. Let's go back to back. Let's go, as the youth say it, band for band. But they didn't. Messi saw Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe as the next up and was like, guys, my time is still now. All right, I'm 38 years old, but I'm still here. All right, little bros. Croatia with the attack. Is that a foul for England? Yep. Is that Harry Kane? He's defending deep today. Kane is working very hard. He wants that World Cup. Harry Kane. He did lose the ball, to be fair. He came to collect and he did lose the ball and then he retrieved. That's captain material right there. I mean, he is captain, so it makes sense. Smanny says 7 million per field. That sounds more like it. But based on how some players are speaking, it seems like they didn't spend enough. SpaceX. I have to say, by the way, in case I get in trouble with YouTube, the fact that I just said that ticker, someone else said it in the chat. I didn't even say anything about it. This is not financial advice. I would like the YouTube overlords to know that Croatia on the attack. Okay, I'm gonna do another poll, but this one's going to be Croatia related, and it's related to what we've been talking about in the chat. I mean, how far do we think Croatia can get? I'm gonna go ahead and say I think that they'll get to. I don't think they'll get to the quarterfinals. I think they'll get to the round of 16. I think for Croatia to get to get past the round of 16, there's going to be quite a lot of upsets. Because I do think that if this Croatia team actually does do as well as they have done, I think that it would be somewhat of an upset. Maybe I'm just underestimating them. England on the attack, nobody work out wide, crosses in with his right foot, and Jude Bellingham misses. But was that a foul? Was that a penalty? Bellingham's rolling on the floor. It does look like someone caught someone there, but it's waved on, plays, game on. Game on, game on. Mustache is great. I appreciate you, man. I like it too. No ads on ITV. Gunner says invest in Take-Two. Oh, you know what? Isn't Take-Two a video game? No, that's 2K, sorry. Lex says 500k subs after this World Cup. I bet on it. I'd be ecstatic on that one. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun making these videos for this World Cup. It has just been very tiresome. I probably do need to. I've never had an editor for these like review type videos. I have one for the longer form ones, but we'll see. Maybe for next season we can actually cover a lot more games and a lot more leagues. Perhaps we can go with an editor. We'll see. We'll see. Chan says 1 mil subs and we dye the mustache green. Yeah, sure, for sure. We can bookmark that one. I'll remember that one if that happens. That'll be a dream if that happens. But I would for sure dye my mustache green. Green's my favorite color as well. So that wouldn't even be like a forfeit or anything. Josiah says they go out in the semis, talking about Croatia. That's bold. You think they make top 4? Oh yeah, Alex, thank you. Hype the video. Hype the video if that helps. Guys, I only just learned what hyping even means. I'm the worst YouTuber in the world. I don't know what half of the YouTube functions and stuff are. Like I just recently saw what it is. Viken says, would be a video about Argentina game. Want to hear your opinion on Messi's performance. Messi was great. They're not going to be a direct video on the Argentina game, but I will likely mention it in the next video. So, I mean, I still need to talk about the Argentina game. I still need to talk about the France-Senegal game and like put that into some thoughts. So there'll probably be one after this game. England are doing well. Madueke again is on the attack on the right-hand side. I tell you what, the problem with Madueke sticking with his width is that he has he's been running in behind, which is very clearly what England are trying to do. England have very clearly been manipulating the ball and creating a lot of space for Madueke. Kane is dropping deep. But he just cannot, he sticks with his width, but he just cannot find anyone. He just doesn't cross. He doesn't use his right foot. He's always so hesitant. Like that needs to be going in first time. I say him and Anthony Gordon switch if they're going to be playing like this. Jaden says, gonna play Minecraft and watch the Panama game tonight. That sounds like a vibe. Where are you? Where are you in the world? Also, I didn't even acknowledge all the flags that we got in here. We've got UAE, Germany. Is that Iceland? From John. USA, Norway. SA, Pakistan, Germany, South Korea. Ooh, South Korea. What time is it in South Korea? Scotland, Sports Sanity. UK, Netherlands. North Korea? You're not in North Korea, man. Kenya, South Africa. I know a lot of flags. UAE. Nice. Nice. A lot of diversity we got in here. Croatia on the attack again. Have a shot. Oh my goodness. That is an insane. What? Oh, 1-1. What? Whoa. That is a goal of the tournament. That is a goal of the tournament contender right there. The Croatians have their shirts off. Everyone's going mad. Let's take a look at this again. What in the world? That is a beautiful strike. Does not take a shot. Does not take a hit at all. Jordan Pickford gets a finger on it, but that's a beautiful strike. I think Pickford's going to be really upset that he didn't get a hand on that. But listen, man, that was a gorgeous strikes. Latko Dalic is doing the classic nonchalant manager thing. No sono, no celebrations. Oof. Well, listen, most people in the poll say that Croatia's going to go to the round of 16. I wonder how many people still agree with that one. Bang! Josiah. That was a gorgeous goal. What in the world? By Baturina. But I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is there a way to say that? Any Croats in the chat, let us all know how you pronounce Baturina. God. Bang, bang, bang. Weird ice cream. You're not in North Korea. You're not in North Korea. Stop lying to us. Ahmed says, drop the lore behind the iconic Batman picture. I've said it before. I got it as a gift a long time ago. I want to say like 2 years ago. But it was in like a little tube. Like a little tube, because I didn't have a frame with the correct dimensions to even put it in. So it was just hanging around. And then when I moved into this place, I just ordered one. I just remembered to order a frame. And that's why we have it here. Eminem says, I mean, the draw is weird, but if they come out second, I see them beating another second place team. I'm talking about... yeah. Matix Take-Two owns Rockstar Games. I thought as much. Yeah, I thought so too, but I forgot. I crossed my mind. Although I'm fairly certain that if you're talking about the price going up around the GTA release, it's priced in. You think my game is a little delayed? Let's double check. You're right. It looks like I'm about... Let's see. I'm about 12 seconds behind. Let me refresh. Yeah, I'm about 15 seconds, but while I'm just looking at the... How do I improve that? Cactus Dave says, when are you getting a Pablo Torre feature? What is that? Sports Fantasy says, Tinashe, as a South African, are you a big rugby fan as well? Big rugby fan. You know, not as much. Not as much. You know, ironically, rugby, I played a lot more rugby growing up than I played football. Like, I played quite a decent amount of university rugby. I mean, I wasn't huge. I wasn't great. I was on like the C team, but it was good enough. But yeah, I used to be very, very into rugby. Very, very into rugby, but I mean, football is my home. Football is my number one. Madueke again is in behind. He's having a lot of joy over there. And I think, you know, recall what I was saying before about most of Croatia's attacks coming from the left-hand side. Well, that opens quite a lot for England to attack down the right-hand side too. Perisic isn't going to be doing very much, which means that Madueke is going to be 1v1 quite often. And he's having a lot of joy. Anthony Gordon's barely been on the ball. Banger. What was your prediction, Drager? My prediction was 2-0 England, so I'm already out. This is why I say this is not financial advice, boys. It's 2-1 England. Harry Kane. Beautiful goal, by the way. Beautiful header. Who took that corner? Gorgeous. Just got. By the way, nobody is on Kane whatsoever. Like, his movement is great, don't get me wrong, but I mean, let's go ahead and mark probably the best goal scorer on the planet at the time. He is, right? He did get the golden boot, I think. Harry Kane. So let's just go ahead and not mark him whatsoever. Let's let him go ahead and have his way. Great goal. 2-1 England. This is a good game so far. I'm having a lot of fun. This is a great game. Let's just keep the momentum going, and English boys are out in full force, having the time of their lives. Banana says, well, Josiah Davis, he said, England seems wasteful so far. Do you still feel that way? Let us know how you truly feel, my friend. Let us know. Let us know. I think maybe some people might want to change their opinions on where they think Croatia might end up. Where's Tuam? Where's Tuam? You're in North Korea still. You're both with him. All of you guys are in North Korea. Damn, there are a lot of you in North Korea. There are a lot of you guys in North Korea. What channel am I using? It's called Zatu. Zatu. It's this Austrian TV provider. I don't know. English fans having the time of their lives over there. Sports Sanity saying I'm like 50 seconds ahead of you on ITV. I have heard that ITV, a friend of mine told me ITV is horrible. Like, it's really far behind, just in general. He was telling me that about the Spain game. That's a free kick for Jude Bellingham. I must say, Clement Turpin's been. I think he's been all right. I know that it's weird to have a favorite referee. But if I were to say who my favorite referee is, I would probably say Clement Turpin. Bill says, how tall are you? 7'2". 7'2". Declan took the corner. Of course he did. Golden Boot race is going to be insane. We've already got, after one match day, Messi on 3, Mbappe on 2, Haaland on 2. Scarlet Mantis says my 2-2 might get blown out of the water if this keeps up. I fancy Reece James over this free kick. I don't know what Madueke is doing over there, if I'm completely honest with you. I think I'm not sure what he's doing over there. This is like... Yeah, not so good. Not so good. Atmosphere better than the Scotland game. I didn't watch the Scotland game, so I don't know what the atmosphere was like. Joe 7-2. That's correct. That's correct. Only 7-2. What do you mean, bro? I actually taught Wembanyama how to dunk. Perisic. Come on, man. You're on fraud alert right now. Do something for us. Smanny says the free kick is where Mbappe scored from yesterday. Yeah. That was a beautiful goal. It came out of nowhere. And I think I said it as well. Like, Mbappe's technique is so funny because he generates so much power with his shots. And it's kind of like he generates so much power and his follow through is so vicious that he sort of makes himself off balance. Like look at a lot of the goals that he scores are kind of like that, where he puts in so much power, but then he just kind of looks clumsy because he falls over. Paul, you're also in North Korea. A lot of you guys are in North Korea, bro. Banana says, I don't know if it's because I'm in the US, but the chat from my view and the chat as you read it seems very out of sync. I am kind of like chatting a little bit about the game in general and then kind of going back and forth. So sometimes I respond to a message that was sent like 2 minutes ago, just because. Swiss Chris says, how hard would you party with the locals if Austria win the World Cup? Ooh. Good shot. Was that by Kramaric? Pasalic. Good shot by Pasalic, but it was just always rising. You're asking if I'm going to party with the Austrians. Of course, man. I'll be the first one that blacks out. I realize what I just said, but let's move past it. Let's move right past it. Leg says it's not weird. There was a Perugi Kalina, and he was basically everyone's favorite ref. Oh, you're talking about Luigi. You're talking about the referee chat. Yeah. Sue, you're saying you don't get the Madueke pick still? He's just too inconsistent of a player to me. Well, listen, Madueke has found himself in absolute acres of space about 4 times so far in this game already, which was clearly the plan. It's where everything is going from with this in this team. And the alternative is what? Bukayo Saka? Well, yeah, we've got the left footers, right? Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden. None of them keep their width as diligently as Noni Madueke. The only drawback, it's got to be 2-2. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. Cracking game. Incredible game, Musa. Oh my God. You know what? Is that offsides? It's entirely possible this is offsides, you know? It's entirely possible his head might slightly be offsides. Okay. Let's do a new poll, and this time we're gonna ask about the question is who should be playing. It's a goal. It counts. Who should be playing on the left? On the right, sorry. Absolutely. Is this halftime? Yeah. Incredible game. Incredible game of football. No offsides, no offsides. How far did Croatia go? Everyone's saying round of 16, but I tell you what, this has been a fantastic game of football. Okay, so what have we learned so far? Let's take a look at some of these stats, because I think this has been quite fair. I think there's been a lot of parity in this game. Both teams have had their great moments. Possession is literally 48 to England, 52 to Croatia. Extremely close. Expected goals. Yeah, Croatia have just taken their chances. They have taken their chances so well. Like England's got 1.36 expected goals versus Croatia's 0.43. Total shots of 9 for England, 4 for Croatia. God damn. Incredible efficiency. And that's just what they do. That's just what they do. Like, I stick by the fact that this is still the onus to do well and to actually impress is on England. It's not entirely on Croatia. Like, they will be disappointed if they don't come away from here with the result, but I think this is kind of their superpower. Like, I don't know what Croatian media is like, but I feel like they don't play with as much pressure as we see from the English throughout, like from the English press as well. So yeah, man, the game, anything can happen over here. Expect to see a bunch of change. Maybe we see Morgan Rogers come on for England. Jude Bellingham hasn't been too in this game. I expect there are going to be some changes to Croatia's approach to their left-hand side. Josko Vardiol's not been great. Madueke has been having his day with this team. And that's why Madueke is in the team, man. You can dislike him all you want, but it's pretty obvious that he was there because of what he's providing this team. Sue says this is what we live for. This is exactly what we live for. And if you're here, if you're enjoying the stream, leave us a like, subscribe. Of course, I'm having a lot of fun doing these. I think I'm getting better at this. Maybe you guys can let me know. Maybe there's some stuff I need to improve on. I did say I did get a comment saying I was librarian coded the other day, so which I find hilarious. Scarlet Manta says, I think Madueke has proven himself so far. I think so too. England backlight. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Moderating in real time. Oh, let's pause the clock. We'll come back to that just now. Mr. Commenter says, I still don't get how it's Kwanzaa over Harry. Yeah, he hasn't been great. He hasn't been great in this game. I'll have to rewatch the goal to see whose fault was whose in real time. I've just been really watching that left-hand side. Well, the left-hand side for Croatia and the right-hand side for England. Finn says, how is it half already? This is a brilliant game. This is the best first half of football we've seen in the World Cup so far. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's the the best first half we've seen so far. And all I'm asking for is that we just keep going into the next half, because I'm having a lot of fun here. These are the games that we just live for. These are the games that we really just live for, man. But Saka ain't fit. He is in the squad, though. Eminem says, you wouldn't make too much about Madueke being picked for this game because Saka may need to rest. That's also true, but this is also their most important game in the group stages. So you can't use the... You have to pick the best team. That's all. You have to pick the best team. And if Saka isn't fit, then fair enough. But The shapes of snatches. I'm watching you and Goldbridge simultaneously right now, and the reactions to Croatia goals could not be more different. What do you mean? Oh, because, I mean, he's English. This is the beauty of, this is like the beauty of watching football. Can I tell you guys when I'm like at my happiest as a football fan? It's when Man United are not playing. It's when SA or Zimbabwe are not playing. I'm at my absolute peak of happiness because I can just enjoy the storylines and I can just talk about football. You know, Football Iconic was made because I was just so, well, I wanted, the real reason Football Iconic was made was because someone made a Roy Keane video and I thought it was bad, so I made one too, thinking it was better, but looking back on it, it's not as good. But one of the main reasons why I stuck with it is because I don't like watching United play, so I'd rather just talk about everyone else. So that makes sense. Smitty says, Tinashe, have you seen the videos of the Fox Studio commentary team of Rebecca Lowe, Thierry Henry, Zlatan, and Alexi Lalas? There are some legendary clips. I haven't seen all of them. I have seen a clip of, it looked like Zlatan was insulting Lalas to his face. I think they were talking about Messi, and he was like, I think Lalas said that Messi was arrogant or ignorant or something like that, and Zlatan was like, "Oh no, that's just confidence," or something happened there. I don't know. I don't know what the story is there, but I haven't seen a lot of the. Gavin Gazer says, "My bruh, the game is mal." It is. The game is going. Oh my gosh! All these bots, man. Okay. If you're just watching us in the stream so far, just know we've got a lot of North Koreans in the chat. These guys have some incredibly impressive firewalls. Tinashe, are you from Joburg? I grew up in Joburg. But I spent most of my time in Cape Town. And yeah. Croatia only scores bangers. They are looking very, very good. They are looking very, very good. Bird says, Tinashe, you know, none of this would happen on Harry Maguire's watch. None of this would happen. I just don't understand why England doesn't pick like some sensible players, some guys that are really going to move the needle for them. Like Sene Lamens, you know, Alessandro Martinez, just off the top of my head, Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, Benjamin Šeško. I mean, he's not even at the World Cup, Benjamin Šeško, which I think is just a crime. Thomas Tuchel needs to get himself sorted out. How is Gehi not playing? I think Gehi's probably going to come on, more than likely. Alex, you don't believe it should have been a pen? Okay, so it looks like most of you believe Saka should be playing on the right, and I do think that that's the sensible opinion. I would be surprised if we don't see him come on. But I would also be surprised though if England change their dynamic, because they're getting a lot of opportunities now with Madueke and the way that he's playing. Let's see how these guys react to each other. Farai says, go get a co-commentator. I'll go find one. I mean, they do like walk, you know, they do just like, you know, pop up on the streets every now and then. Good old co-commentators. Davey says, are we cooked yet, Tinashe? Who's we? Who's we, bro? Who's we? Don't involve me in your potential cooking. I'm not there. I'm not with you. I do not stand with you in the cookingness. Henderson out. Finn says, not to be blatant American, but if given a chance, I will maul Alexi Lalas as a way of an apology. That is extremely American. Ryan Henderson says it was Landon Donovan who said that. Yeah, so I saw the clip. It was Landon Donovan who said it, but I think Lalas was agreeing with Donovan, wasn't he? Like he was. I think he was like echoing what Donovan said as like I'm also saying it kind of thing. That's how I interpreted it. Maybe I'm wrong. Giuseppe says, talking about good and bad videos, I think your Chelsea videos are the best. I don't know why. I'm not even a Chelsea fan. You know what? I personally think that all of my videos that don't include Manchester United are the best videos because I tend to throw away level-headedness when it comes to United videos. I might just go ahead and stop making them. Sue E says, are we going to be streaming club football as well after the World Cup? I'd love to see that. We might. Although I typically watch games like with friends and stuff. But I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll get some other people to come and join us. Sports Sanity says, Brew, you look like a burki with your flickers on. Spectacle says, I love this watch-along, man. Really feels like I'm with friends. No one in my circle enjoys football. Ah, dude, you got to go ahead and find some new friends. Well, I mean, you have already. Never mind, it's us. We've adopted you, Mr. Spectacle. Tinashe, which players are most concerning? Giratina. Brilliant name. That's a Pokemon, right? That is the legendary Pokemon, I want to say from the Ruby and Sapphire. Is it the Ruby? No, it's not the Ruby and Sapphire. It's the... God, I can't remember it, but it is that one. Anyway, which players are you most concerning after that first half? For me, it's Pickford, Stones, and Bellingham. Bellingham for sure. Pickford, I think... I'm gonna go ahead and say that the first goal from Croatia was a great. It was hit with a lot of power. It was a great strike. Pickford will be upset, but I think he was fairly beaten. I think he was fairly beaten. I would expect better from Pickford though, especially with his shot-stopping capabilities. The second goal, I think he should have done better with. He definitely should have done better in the second goal. Bellingham has been non-existent. I'm more worried about Konza than Stones. But I also think that defense for England is a real concern. Is a real concern. Guys, there are a lot of North Koreans in here, which is just very strange to me. Which is just very strange to me. Ava, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. As you can see, I have regressed. I have regressed. All of us are regressed. I'm including everyone in this, by the way. Everyone here. Thoughts on O'Reilly? I haven't seen much of him in this game, if I'm being completely honest. I think England need to be a lot more. They need to be a lot more incisive from the right-hand side. Madueke needs to get the ball out a lot faster. Kane is playing some beautiful balls out to him. Maybe they should even try and... Well, the problem is that Gordon doesn't play on the left, on the right, does he? But if we can get someone with a, if I say we, but let's be real. If England, why did I say we? That's insane. If England want to get some quick balls, they want to get some quick balls out first, because they're finding a lot of joy. But I wouldn't be surprised if Croatia makes some changes now, to the way they're setting up their right-hand side, their left-hand side. Macaroni says, is Kvaratskhelia the best player absent from the World Cup? That's actually a decent question. Who else? Who else do you guys think are like the best? I mean, I would, just based on the fact that I've just seen that question up now, and I haven't given it thoughts, I think that that's a really good shout. What do you guys think? Who are the best players that aren't at the World Cup right now? Maybe you can like let me know what you think, and then I'll make a poll for that. Cactus Dave says those American announcers made me sail to the Spanish island. Sue E says, I'm glad to see how far you've come in the past 4 years, and I hope my favorite football YouTuber keeps growing further. I hope so too. And I hope that we're all here for the ride. And I hope everyone, by the way, I hope everyone is safe at the moment right now. I hope everyone's having a good time wherever you're watching. I hope you are not doing bad things. You're treating everyone around you well. And my heart goes out to you. It really does. I mean that, by the way. I really do, because even though I'm over here watching the game and everyone is, we're chatting to each other over here in the chat, we're all watching this together. Diamond and Pearl. Yo, I love me some North Korea with Norway flags. What's going on? What's going on over here, Chief? Does Raya count? Raya is in the World Cup. He just doesn't play. He just doesn't play. And we're about to have kickoff. Donnarumma is for sure. Okay, you know what? Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia, Rodrigo. I saw Rodrigo and second half has kicked off. I saw a clip of Rodrigo in New York getting a Zidane shirt signed, which I thought was so strange because wasn't Rodrigo coached by Zidane? I swear he was. When did Rodrigo go to Real Madrid? Like it was like Rodrigo, Pogba, Marcelo, and Kaká. Kaká has played against Zidane, I think numerous times in his career, and they were all getting like this, like his shirt signed from him. Yeah, Rodrigo was definitely coached by Zinedine Zidane. Fermin is good. Patrick Ballon-Dorgu, good shout, very good shout. Was there any? Sorry, I just need to check. Were there any subs made or any changes to this squad? No subs. Just take a look on if the general look has changed. Still going down the right-hand side, and Bellingham, and he scored, and it's 3. It's 3-2. What is this game? What in the world is this game? Game of the tournament, no doubt. He's him. Bellingham. What was I just saying? The right-hand side for England. Have somebody who is a natural right-footed player bombing down there, whether they're scoring, whether they're crossing, whatever the deal is. He goes by himself. Madueke, you're just there as a decoy, brother. You're not getting the ball. Bang. Great goal. Hits the ball into the ground. Yeah, listen, for everyone that was saying that Bellingham is done, I'm afraid that you're not correct. I'm afraid you're not correct. What a goal. Okay, I'm gonna make a new poll. 3-2 England, and they're still in. And Jude Bellingham, he's feeling something today, you know. I think Bellingham's in the mood a little bit. He's hyping up the crowd. Brother, you're in America. Let's be real. Your boys aren't there. Yeah, Bellingham's in the mood. Whatever Tommy T said to them at halftime, these boys are firing. These boys are firing. Okay, so we're gonna do as this corner count rises. The man Declan. I do like England's kits, by the way. It's very nice. I like the Nico O'Reilly arriving at the far post. He should be hitting the target there. He's all by himself, you know. And Nico O'Reilly's good in the air too. He should be hitting the target there. He should be doing the target. But yeah, England are in the mood. England are in the mood. They could run away with this. Best player not at the World Cup. Kvaratskhelia. When you talk to your girl and she pronounces Kvaratskhelia correctly, you cooked, bro. You cooked. We go Kvaratskhelia, we'll go Osimhen. Osimhen is a good shot, but maybe. Rodrigo, I'm not inclined to put Rodrigo in there because he hasn't really been good for like at least a year. Berto says, Tinashe, can you explain to us how Unai Simon is starting for Spain? Mate, I don't know. None of us know. None of us know. It's very odd. I think Donnarumma, and I think what I was going with this was mostly players from countries that haven't qualified. And I'm willing to go Gianluigi Donnarumma. Ekatike is unfortunate. He would have been there, though. He just got injured. DH. Thanks so much for becoming a GOAT. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. Croatia on the attack. They've been very responsive, Croatia, I must say, in this game. But England are on a break, and Anthony Gordon passes it straight into a Croatia defender. Wow. Sports Sanity says, has Gareth Southgate ever managed an England game with 5+ goals? That's an interesting question. I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head. Sorry about that one, Chief. Declan Rice. Ooh, that was shaping up like that goal versus Real Madrid. Lewandowski. Lewandowski is really good. Okay, one more. Almala. I think I just want to put players in here that like I said, that come from countries that haven't qualified. Because Almala definitely should be in the Germany squad. No doubt about it. So should Bisek. Let's see. Let me do a bit of research. Features number 1, Donnarumma, Osimhen, Szoboszlai. I think Szoboszlai is definitely the next one. Oh, Aditya, you're correct. It is Anthony. It is Anthony. How could I forget my GOAT? How could I forget the creator of everything? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I Hate Bolrock says, whoa, this is excellent. It's a beautiful game. It's a really cracking game. We're going through a tiny bit of a lull. I think England they really need to slow things down. And they are. Then they are. Look at Pickford. Yeah. Lauren Shem says, what's your opinion on Portugal and what should they do going forward? Don't start Ronaldo in the next match. For whatever reason, it seems to work to try and find João Neves' head. For whatever reason, the man is at like, what is he? I think he's like 5'6". He's the best jumper in the team. Got the best hop on him. Tonali is good. Tonali is very good. Macaroni, yes, you're correct. Players from countries that are not qualified. Oh no, I should have put Donnarumma instead of Osimhen. That is my bad. We'll keep the poll up. We'll keep the poll up. If you think Donnarumma should have been there, I would say probably ahead of. I would probably put Donnarumma ahead of Osimhen, but only because he plays in a top 5 league, right? Although Osimhen has been doing very well for Galatasaray. So, is that a goal? I think that might have crossed the line. Are we going to get a stoppage? Nope. Yeah, England are on it. England are on it. Livakovic just had a great save though, and that was by O'Reilly. That was a really good save. That is a really good save and a really good header by O'Reilly. Well, could have been either direction, then it's a goal. And Rice is on another another corner. Salmag be like, let me do a bit of research. Lego Lord says, first time ever doing something like this. Good shit, bro. Big fan. Subscribe since the Euro Greece video. My heart goes out to you, brother. Thank you. Why didn't you add Palmer? Palmer didn't have a good season. But like I said, I think I am... hand up. I probably shouldn't have put Osimhen in there. Oh, another great shot. Harry Kane has another swipe at it. They are peppering Croatia's goal. Croatia cannot find... That is a great tackle. That is a great tackle by Jude Bellingham. He wants more goals. Great cross. Can Harry Kane get on the end of it? No. Things are heating up. Things are heating up. I'm looking at this attack momentum bar on SofaScore, and I don't... By the way, that is not a sponsor at all. I just used them. But anyway, I'm just looking at this momentum bar, and yeah, England, Croatia's goalkeeper is down. He's had a good game so far. Well, in this he's looked decent in the second half, rather. First half, questionable. Kovacic on for Modric. Straight swap. Although you'd imagine that Kovacic is going to venture forward a little bit more than Modric. Although he is also quite old himself. He's not exactly up there in terms of Modric age, but he's, I want to say Kovacic. I'm not going to check, but I want to say Kovacic is in his mid-30s. Sue says this is without the best game in the World Cup so far. Undoubtedly. Absolutely no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. I'm very happy that I'm watching this game and that I didn't watch the Portugal-Congo game in hindsight. Sorry, I am just going back in the comments. Sue says, "What's your opinion on Diego Simeone? He's a brilliant coach, right?" You know, Atletico aren't exactly a minnow. They do spend a lot of money. But they shouldn't be in the same category as Madrid and Barcelona, but they consistently are. You know, they've knocked Barcelona out of the Champions League. I don't think, has Barcelona ever gotten past Atletico in the Champions League in the past 10 years? I don't think they have. For whatever reason, Simeone just has his way with them. And, you know, having 2 championships, having 2 La Liga titles in this time frame is just immaculate. Kovacic is 32? Yeah. I thought so. Kane's touches are insane. Kane is I'm going to put it like this. I think Kane is the best player in the world. I think that is contested by some people. I'll put a poll up. I'll put a poll up now on the best player in the world. But to me, it's probably between. I would still put Kylian Mbappe in there. Whether he's great for the team or not or whatever is a whole different question. Based on yesterday's game, you still need him there. Don't doubt World Cup Mbappe. Portugal were boring. They were. I do like the look of England. I do really like the look of England so far in this game. Nico says, much love to you and thank you for all the years of great content. Been watching here since the no face cam times. Love from Switzerland. Thank you, brother. What do I think of Gordon to Barcelona? Sorry, I'm going to open a window. I don't think that there is... Let me open the window. It is very hot in here. Who is my top 3 all time? We have to be very careful when we ask these questions because there are a lot of ways that it can go. Are we talking about players that I've seen personally, or are we talking about of all time? Because I didn't watch Pele or Maradona play. You know, I didn't watch Cruyff play. I didn't watch whatever it is. But from everything that I've seen that they did of the game, you can't have any top anything list without them. But if we're talking about players that I've seen, then it's interesting. So what do you mean by it? Jimmy Roca says World Cup Mbappe looks like he plays for a team. As opposed to Real Madrid Mbappe. I was watching a video earlier on today. I'm not going to say who it was by, but they were basically saying that they don't rate Kylian Mbappe because they're not sure that a team can win with him. And they were referring to the fact that he's just left PSG and then PSG have won 2 Champions Leagues in a row. And that was because they didn't have Mbappe. But they were talking about the French side, which I thought was extremely odd. because of obvious reasons that I'm sure all of us know. Mbappe has played 2 World Cups in his life and he's made 2 finals in his life. One of them he won. Both of them he scored in. One of them he scored a hat-trick in. So yeah, World Cup Mbappe, France Mbappe, different animal, different gravy. And can we get a third goal from Croatia? No. But Perisic were bopping and weaving, going in and out. That is a corner though, isn't it? Is it a goal kick? Also, it wasn't Perisic. It was Sucic. Sports Sanity says, Tinashe, why are Austrian McDonald's like 5-star restaurants so clean and insane service? I don't really believe that. I mean, they're definitely cleaner than a lot of other McDonald's, but I don't think that they're anything particularly special. They're just like McDonald's to me, I think. They are clean. I'll put it that way. I'll give you that. They are clean. I also wouldn't say the service is any better than, more other places. And then, yeah. Sue E says, man, after Southgate ball for so long, who would have thought England would give us such a banger game? This is a fair comment, but I also think that England have always been able to play like this. This is one of the first times I've seen Gordon on the ball, actually running down the wing, and he's locked down immediately. England have always been able to play like this. It is surprising. It is a shock to the system to see it actually happen, right? But yeah, I get you. Score needs to be updated. Does it? It's 3-2. The score is 3-2. Or am I so far behind? I don't think I'm behind. It looks like I'm still about 10 seconds behind from real time. Giuseppe says, hey, I'm telling you all this in chat. In 5 years max from now, we will all be talking about Sucic as the best midfielder in the world. If you ask, yes, I'm biased, but I don't care. You got to back your boy. Are you Croatian? Yeah, Oceanic Sleep, you're right. This guy is definitely from the future. What's the score? Can you tell us what the score is so that I'll update it right now, and then someone can clip this, and then they'll just know that this chat is full of psychics. What is the XG differential right now? Croatians, some of them having a good time, some of them not so much. In the second half, England's XG is 1.04. Croatia's is 0. 0 shots. 67 minutes in. They look gassed to me. Croatia do look a little bit gassed. Siabonga says, do you think the English media and fans would turn on Tuchel if England were knocked out in the quarterfinals or semifinals after leaving Palmer, Maguire, Trent, Hall, Livermento, and Foden? I think that they're going to be somewhat kind to them. Listen, semifinals is the bare minimum. Semifinals are the absolute bare minimum for England. Anything other than that, then it becomes, I was saying it earlier on, then it becomes, listen, why was Trent not there? They're going to point at a moment where there was no creativity. Trent Alexander-Arnold could have provided that. They're going to turn to a moment where Noni Madueke did something. Here's Gordon, and he strikes right into the Croatian defender. They're going to turn to a moment where Noni Madueke fluffs his lines, misses a golden opportunity, and say, why weren't Palmer or Foden there? They're going to turn to a penalty shootout and say Harry Maguire would have scored. Johan says, Tinashe, hope you've been well. I've been stellar. I'm having a fantastic World Cup. Hydration break, everyone. Hydration break for everyone. Drink water. Finnegan McGinnigan. That's a cool name. Wouldn't say it's coming home if you don't have potential to come home, no matter how self-deprecating the English are. You have to also understand English media in general. Like, the entire industry, especially in football, the national sport, everything, is built around building the team up expressly so they can tear them down. Building up hype around everything expressly so that the media can, at the end, be like, we had so much expectation, we had so much faith, we had all of this, and then when it doesn't deliver, it's like, again, England have slumped. Oh. If they go out in the quarterfinals, it's going to be bad. Gassed means tired. I don't know. I grew up saying that quite a lot. Maybe I'm up. Doing my best Infantino impression. Let's not get into that. Okay, Banana, here you are. To clarify my earlier question about top three, could you give a top three of each type of player? Players you've seen and those who you may not have seen. Players I've seen, easily Messi, Ronaldo. Number 1 and 2. Number 3, it's usually a toss-up for me between Suarez, Luis Suarez, and maybe Neymar. Yes, exactly. Smash the likes. You're right, Letty. You're correct. Everyone, hit the like button. Do that. Yeah. So I would say very clear top 2, Messi, Ronaldo, and then number 3. It's just I'll ask everyone. Let's do this. I'll do a poll for that, and then I'll move on to the best 3 like that I haven't seen. Well, that I haven't seen is probably, I mean, it's all the usual ones, right? Pele, Maradona, Cruyff. Banana, you're saying no Iniesta or Lewandowski. I would say right behind, because like, listen, Neymar's peak was unbelievable. Like he is just slightly ahead for me of Iniesta, Lewandowski, and I would even put Harry Kane. Like the disrespect that Harry Kane gets just because he spends so much time with Tottenham Hotspur. Like people are only realizing in the last 2 years how good of a player he is. He's always played like this. He was just in a horrible team. Zidane, I only caught the back end of his career. I didn't watch the whole thing. Eden Hazard is also in that category of like just below. Like Eden Hazard is the most fun player I've ever watched. I didn't watch Zidane. Well, I think I watched him in the 2006 World Cup. Yeah. Which was about what a lot of people describe as the best performance he's ever had. Okay, let's I'll foster up a top four. Who are the top four players? Who's the top player? Let's say. Who's the best 2010s player? So we'll say between 2010. Jude Bellingham was dribbling into the box, but he's feeling it today, but he didn't get all the way there. Who's the best player between, I would say, 2010 and 2020? Not Ronaldo or Messi. I'm going to put Lewandowski. I'm going to put Neymar. Great chance from England, but not enough. That's from Harry. It looked like Marcus Rashford. Aguero, I think he's just below. Aguero to me was he wasn't as reliable as some of these other guys. Mo Salah, I would think that he belongs partially to the 2020s. So I wouldn't put him there. I would put Eden Hazard there, though. Neuer as well. Okay, we only have space for 4. YouTube doesn't allow me to put more than 4 in the chat, unfortunately. It is still 3-2, 75 minutes in, 15 minutes to go. Croatia need to get something out of this. And they've just passed it right back. But also won it right back. Okay. Croatia attacking down the right-hand side. What can they do? Good shot. Pickford with a good save. Sue East, you're saying it's a hot take, but you think, okay, I'm going to put, this is the final list. And maybe you can give me a thumb, someone can give me a thumbs up if they can, if someone can give me a thumbs up in the comments if this is a good list. Lewandowski, Neymar, Suarez, Eden Hazard. I think all of them are above Gareth Bale, if I'm completely honest with you. Sergio Ramos, fair enough as well. Robin, I think he's also partially in the 2000s. That's it. Replace Hazard with Suarez. Suarez is already there. It's Lewandowski, Neymar, Suarez, and Eden Hazard. Deflected shot. Benzema as well. I think his peak came in the 2020s. So I don't think Thomas Muller is a good shot, but I would put him there. I would put Thomas Muller, but Luka Modric too. Oh, okay. Who does Luka Modric replace? Gosh, this is not good. Di Maria instead of Hazard? I wouldn't say so. Okay, I'm just going to put this one out there. And then we can just like have a talk. We can just chat about it because there's so many players we can put. We can put in Neuer. We can put in Ramos. We can put in so many other players. Puyol was in the 2000s. Modric actually probably does replace Hazard. Modric probably does replace Hazard. Who's just subbed on? Who's just come on for Croatia? So Pasalic has come off. Vuskovic. Musa has also come off, and Matanovic has also come on. Also, I missed Bukayo Saka and Rashford coming on. That was about 6 minutes ago, and Morgan Rogers. We're going to do our man of the match just now. Me personally, I think it's probably Harry Kane. Baturina was good himself, got the goal. I think England really, they need to sort out Madueke. If he's going to be getting all these opportunities, Bale 2013 and 14 beats any Hazard seasons. There is a good shout for that, but I think personally, Eden Hazard is not only one of the best players, but also one of the most consistent. I don't think he played less than 34 games for Chelsea in 6 seasons. Won 2 Premier Leagues, should have won more with them. Really, really fun player. Maybe my bias is shining through by putting him on the list because I do think Modric should be over there. Rooney belongs to the 2000s. Rooney belongs definitely to the 2000s. Yeah, Croatia needs to start pushing the envelope a bit here. Okay, we like this. Get it into the box. Not getting past the first man. Kramaric on. More subs. Kramaric and Vlasic. Have a shot, have a go. Oof. That's not what you want to be seeing. If England close this game out well, I've already been impressed by England. I've already been impressed by England in this game so far. But if they can close this game out, that would be the most impressive thing. Mistake there by John Stones. Goes straight into a Croatia player. Jed Spence also on. Chris. Herman, you're saying I forget Wayne Rooney and that's strange as I'm a United supporter. Wayne Rooney, he's one of those players that splits between the 2000s and the 2010s. Like with this list, I was mainly talking about players that like really peaked in the 2010s. And Eze is through, and he almost goes through, but it's a save there. Who was better, Pickford or Seaman? Seaman was notoriously inconsistent. But Pickford is probably a better pure shot stopper. Seaman was also never good for England. Pickford is really good for England. Yeah, we'll do the man of the match just now. Ribery is a good shot. Guys like Antoine Griezmann as well are a good shot. Yeah, England are locking up shop. All men in the final third. If I'm Croatia, I am testing to see if Marcus Rashford has the resolve to brilliant on. That was a good goal. Pickford comes out really well and wades off the danger, but Croatia is still on it. Yeah, I was saying if I'm Croatia, I'm bombarding the left-hand side and testing if Marcus Rashford is actually going to start pressing and doing his defensive work. England are very scary at the moment, though. They've brought on a lot of really good players. The moment that they have an opportunity to get out, it's going to be some real trouble if they can't deal with that. Kurtrick says Neymar just for La Remontada. I wouldn't say it's just for La Remontada. Remember, Remontada was the season after the treble, and it was also, it was the season after the treble. And then Neymar in his first season at PSG was also incredible. Sue says, would you say Sergio Ramos is a slight bit overrated as a defender? I wouldn't say so. What? Not at all. Not at all. He did get way too many cards, but it's also the art of convincing referees that you're innocent. Who do you support? Who do you support, Sue? Ooh, England are on it now. England is Rashford. What are you gonna do? It's 3. It's 4. It's 4. Wow. What did I just say? What did I just say? As soon as England get it, as soon as they get out, it's in. That is a beautiful goal. And Marcus Rashford, by the way, anyone who wants him, the price went up. The price went up. Not only do you get him, but you get the rows too. Look at those cornrows. My man got those. Those are clean. Those are tight. Fantastic hair. This is just a fantastic counterattack. Look at him all by himself on an island. He takes a shot, he takes a touch, it looks like he maybe messed up the opportunity, and then bang, bottom right corner. That is brilliant. Beautiful, beautiful goal. And guess what, boys? We're getting an England video tomorrow. You know what the title's going to be? It's coming home. No, it's going to be Is It Coming Home? I think that's better. 4-2 England. Very, very convincing result. Let's do man of the match now. Yeah, if you're English, you should be very happy with this result. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. I think for Croatia, I would probably say, well, Perisic was actually he was okay in the first half, wasn't he? But didn't do very much afterwards. And he's still on the pitch, by the way. He's still on the pitch. I think Declan Rice possibly deserves a shout. And I'm actually, no, what am I saying? Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham over Rice. And I think that's it. I'll put those 3. I think that's it. England are on the attack again. They want to run up the goal difference. Can't keep it in, Jed Spence. Torres Falcao. Ox3 says, do you think this is better than the Netherlands versus Japan game? Definitely. The Netherlands versus Japan game was good in the second half, and it came alive after that Van Dijk header, but this one has been gas from start to finish. By the way, I've used the word gas in several different contexts in this video. In this context, gas is good. Wait, where's the guy that predicted this? Yeah, someone did predict this at the very beginning of the video. Whoever you are, put your address in the chat. We'll send you something nice. No, don't dox yourself. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. I wouldn't suggest it. Players that I've seen live. Ooh. I'm going to go Rooney. Van Persie. I have seen Ronaldo. I have seen Ronaldo live. But this was like late 2000s. Well, I actually don't know. I mean, listen, I was at the World Cup in 2010. So I saw all of them, I guess. I saw a lot of players. I would say Rooney was definitely the best player that I saw live. Yeah. Biased. I mean, yeah, of course. I mostly saw United games when I was younger. We didn't have the money to go and watch different games. Like whenever I was in the UK, or like that was pretty much it. Now we'll see more. I'll hopefully be able to see more games. Smanny says, watching Zlatan with LA Galaxy in person was a uniquely hilarious experience. Why was it hilarious? Wasn't he good? You mean like hilarious as in hilarious for the league, or hilarious for him? This is a really good performance from England, by the way. Wow. Wow. So it's pretty obvious that they are topping their group. I don't think Panama. I mean, Ghana, we should watch out for Ghana. I guess Ghana will have Thomas Partey when they do play England, but they're not going to have him for their first game for reasons. Swiss Chris says Anderson has quietly been in a really good game. You know what? Anderson has been on the pitch the whole time. Still on the pitch now. And I guess he's had one of those performances where you don't notice too much. You don't notice him too much. And in that position, that's typically indicative of at least a decent game. This is probably the case. Pickford's been on it in the second half. Not much has gone past. Well, to be fair, I don't know if that's a bit of a stretch, me saying that, because I mean, Croatia haven't done much themselves. In this second half, England have done very well. They've defended very well, very low. Yeah, hats off to them. Easily the game of the tournament, no doubt about it. Smidge says, I'm English and I'm not happy yet with our defense. It's not over yet. Fair, 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 fair. You can't unclench just yet, brother. Giuseppe says, at Man United, Rooney or CR7? Clearly Rooney. Well, it depends on what you're asking. This must be a really frustrating stream to watch if you're asking me to talk about absolutes quite a lot. Rooney, I mean, listen, Rooney's the top scorer for Man United. What can we say? What can we say? Ronaldo had a fantastic 3 seasons. Last 4 seasons, I think, actually. Last 4 seasons. First 2 was cross for Croatia and should be 4-3. It's not. It's not. England on a break. Can we get 5? Rashford. Rashford fluffs his lines a little bit. That was they looked a little bit labored. Rashford and Saka on that break there. Banana, I'm not going to say that out loud. I don't know if you're trying to cash me out with something, but Aditya said 140 million pounds, maybe worth that, but no one should pay that. I don't know what that's in response to. Bellingham plays like a blend of Lampard and Seedorf. Interesting comparison. The striking technique of Lampard, the strength of Seedorf. Decision making of both. JP DeVitt says, I'm the guy from the future, also South African, just saying. Who's going to win the tournament, JP? Let us all know. Harry Kane. Oh, wild strike by Harry Kane. English fans are having the time of their lives. This has been a good stream, guys. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this game. I'm very happy that we watched it together. Game's over. Good game, boys. Good game. Good game. Good game. So what are our thoughts? Are we convinced? Are we convinced that it's coming home? The game's over, and I'll tell you what. I'll do one for those of us that are left. We're gonna do one more poll, and all we're gonna do is ask a simple question. Simple question. And this gives you a little bit of insight into the video that's going to be coming your way tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining in, guys. By the way, let me double check when the next what the next stream is, so that we're all on the same page. I'm not entirely sure if we're streaming tomorrow, but let me just double check. I'm enjoying this as well, by the way. I'm really enjoying this World Cup and doing these videos and then making the recaps the day after. Also, it's a good thing because I've realized that I can actually make these reactions a lot faster. So hopefully we'll translate this into the next season. You can watch out for that. So tomorrow is Czechia versus South Africa. I think I'll probably be doing that one. And then Friday is the USA versus Australia. So definitely going to be doing that one. Saturday, Netherlands versus Sweden. I'll put the thing on. I'll put my screen on it quickly if you want to take a look at it. So that's over here. These ones. Cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one, and sleep safe if you are in not the US. If you are in the US, have a good day. All the best.